Today, we know that culture is changing, and those changes present threats to the religious freedom of the church. We'd like to propose a way for your church to prepare itself, come alongside those who are persecuted, and protect its religious freedom for the good of the church at large and to keep the doors open for the gospel. First, let's talk about some real-life examples of the cultural changes impacting local churches. Local governments have told churches they cannot use public places like schools, civic centers, and parks. They've treated church leaders like second-class citizens. Cities have even attempted to keep churches from using their own buildings for worship services. And states are forcing churches to provide elective abortion coverage and employee health plans. Laws have been proposed that would make aspects of ministry the equivalent of fraud, such as paid counseling for those who are questioning their gender identity. Local governments have attempted to legislate transgender ideology and control how ministries can use restrooms and other private areas. We no longer wonder if churches will be punished by the government simply for being churches. That's the current reality. It's now a matter of where and when the next legal challenge will occur. Unfortunately, many churches' governing documents lack language that strengthens religious liberty protections. Even the most conscientious churches often have documents that are incomplete, aren't applied consistently, or aren't written in a way that provides proper legal protection. Without proper documents in place, such as a facility use policy, employee policies, bylaws, and the like, churches unnecessarily put themselves at greater legal risk. We at Alliance Defending Freedom are coming alongside churches just like yours to solve this issue and others through a legal membership program, ADF Church Alliance. As a member of ADF Church Alliance, we'll review your church's governing documents. All you do is send your documents and policies to our team. ADF attorneys work with you to review your documents and make recommendations on how we can provide additional protection for your church. These document strategy sessions provide you with clarity and peace of mind to know your church is still your church, but better protected. Another problem facing churches is that most churches don't know their rights. And because churches don't know their rights, they can be tempted to forfeit aspects of their ministries. We've seen churches abandon parts of their ministry, such as counseling services, marriage ceremonies, and more, because they were threatened by unjust laws or intimidated by government officials. We want to help educate and guide churches as they encounter these issues. As an ADF Church Alliance member, you can call or email us with your legal requests and questions. ADF attorneys will consult with you, your leadership team, or your church board. You shouldn't have to navigate legal issues and uncertainties alone. We help you lead with confidence. Another problem is most churches aren't aware of changes in the law or the negative effect of those changes. When a church encounters a legal issue affecting its religious freedom, other churches don't always know about it. That means suffering churches rarely get the support they need. At ADF Church Alliance, we send you members-only e-newsletters that deliver reliable religious freedom news and inform you on the threats other churches are facing. And you can access a members-only site. This members-only site has articles, videos, legal guides, and sample governing documents for your church. It also has resources for your church attendees who need legal guidance as they take their faith into daily life and the workplace. Perhaps the biggest problem is that most churches don't have the resources to protect themselves. That's because legal costs are normally high. Even relatively small issues or getting answers to legal questions that impact religious freedom can be challenging when churches don't know where to turn for help. With ADF Church Alliance membership, you and Bible-believing churches like yours can have the legal representation you need when facing a religious liberty threat. And we can represent your church in those situations at no additional cost to you. Since Alliance Defending Freedom was founded in 1994, we have been a steady advocate for religious freedom. By God's grace, ADF has played a role in over 50 victories at the U.S. Supreme Court and is the largest religious liberty organization in the world. Over the years, we've provided legal assistance to countless churches, including cases that would have cost these churches upwards of $1 million in litigation per church. No church should have to bear those high costs alone, especially when what happens to one church through legal precedent may affect other churches. With the help of generous ministry partners, ADF Church Alliance is affordable to every church, no matter its size. Pricing is scaled based on average church attendance to ensure the cost of membership is within reach for your church. When churches lack the legal resources, preparation, and protection they need, all churches suffer. To protect religious freedom for all, every church needs help when its freedom is threatened. We ask your church to join ADF Church Alliance because we can have a bigger impact together. When you join with other churches, you not only help protect your religious freedom, but are a part of protecting religious freedom for this generation and for those to come. You help fellow churches in need. You are a part of showing the world unity within the body of Christ as you bear one another's burdens. And the witness of your church is evident as you continue living in the world and proclaiming truth, acting with conviction and showing love for the church as a whole. We invite your church to prayerfully consider becoming a member of ADF Church Alliance today. Go to adfchurchalliance.org, click join, and submit your application to become a member. Together, we can keep the doors open for the gospel so that it is freely preached and freely lived. Thank you so much for your time, and may God bless you and your church.